Alright, so the next story is George makes pancakes. You guys like making pancakes, don't you? Looks like he's putting some blueberries in there. I think we like blueberries, right? And bananas and chocolate chips. That's your favorite, I know. Let's see what George does. I bet he makes a big mess or something because he's so crazy. This is George. George was a good little monkey and always so curious. One morning, the man with the yellow hat woke George up early. "Time to get up, George," he said. "The pancake breakfast is today." Looks like he's still wearing his jammies, huh? See that? Look at those crazy. Yeah, he must be in his jammies. Pancake breakfast. So let's see what George does with that, huh? Alright. So, wow. Big pancake breakfast. This is like the one we went, a big fancy one, like we went to at the firehouse. Remember when we went to the firehouse? George loved the pancake breakfast. It was a fundraiser helping every year to make money for the special programs at the Children's Hospital. Besides eating pancakes, there were all kinds of games to play. Even the mayor came out to play and eat, but first he gave a welcome speech. Let's see what he says. There he is. He's up on the stage here. It says, "Thank you all for coming." The mayor said, "We appreciate your generous support." He thanked all the volunteers who were helping that day, and finally he said, "Please enjoy yourselves." And the pancakes. Look at those big big pile of pancakes with butter and syrup. Yummy. Think Carter could eat all those? Well, I don't know. Might need some help. When the mayor finished, the man with the yellow hat said, "George, I'm going to buy our tickets. Please wait here and don't be too curious." George waited. He waited like a good little monkey, but something smelled good. There he goes. He's going to go find something that smelled good. Could it be the pancakes? George was curious. Let's see what he goes after. Hi. So, he followed the delicious smell and found a whole griddle full of pancakes. Look at him cooking them up. George watched as a man poured little batter circles and flipped them up in the air. It looked like fun to make pancakes. George wanted to help. On a table near the griddle was a basket full of blueberries. These pancakes needed blueberries, George thought, and he sprinkled some on top. That sounds good. George is helping out, right? Meanwhile, the man at the griddle was so busy he didn't even notice the little monkey there helping him out. But as the line grew and grew and grew, George's pancakes were a hit. Soon everybody wanted them, and the man could not keep up. "Please wait," he said to someone, holding an empty plate. "I need to find an assistant to help me." And just like that, he was gone. Oh, the cook went away. Now it's going to be just George, I bet, huh? Oh boy. So George looked at the people waiting in line and then at the empty griddle. Why he could make pancakes. He could be the assistant. There he is. He's getting ready to make his own pancakes, isn't he? So George poured the batter into nice round circles. Next he added blueberries. He waited just a minute, let the pancakes cook. Then he flipped them over. And last he added the syrup. Wow, that's a lot of pancakes. Yum-o. The line for pancakes was enormous, but with 4 hands, George made quite a chef. Look at him go, and no one's plate was empty for long. I've been coming to this breakfast for years," a man said, "but I've never seen pancakes made like this before." Making people happy, isn't he? "I've never eaten this many pancakes," said a little girl. "I didn't even like pancakes before," said another girl, "and they're all lined up for more." Wow. People are loving the pancakes. George is doing a good job. When the man returned with his new assistant, he was shocked to see a monkey making pancakes. "This is no place for a monkey," he said, and he began to chase after George. Oh, poor George. George didn't mean to cause trouble. He'd only wanted to help. Now he only wanted to get away. Quickly, George found a place to hide. Where's he hiding at? You guys see him? You guys see where he's hiding? Where do you think he's hiding at? I think he's hiding up with the other stuffed animals. Look, he's pretending he's a stuffed animal, crazy George. So he quickly hid, and the man and his assistant ran right by. But where did George go? We know where he's at, don't we? When it was safe to come down, George jumped down. He was covered in syrup like a pancake, and he was sticking to everything. Sticky. George was curious. Could these napkins help him get clean? So he tried. Looks like he tries to clean himself up. But he can't do it with dry napkins, right? He just tries to wipe it off, and it gets sticky on sticky. And oh, he's just getting more and more covered and covered with napkins. What a mess. He's sticking to him. He's all sticky. I think he needs a bath. No, the napkins only made it worse. What George needed was some water to wash with. Why, here was the perfect thing. Uh-oh, that's a big thing of water. George climbed on up, climbing on in. This would do the trick for a sticky monkey, he said. George sat on the bench and splashed himself with water, but all of a sudden, I think it's a dunking booth, guys, which means that you can fall in the water. All of a sudden, splash! George was in the water. What a surprise! George climbed up again and splashed back down. He'd never been in a dunk tank before. The boys are throwing balls. See, when they throw the balls, it hits the sign and goes bang, and then the monkey falls in the water. Kind of funny. They think it's funny. He'd never been in a dunk tank before. He never had so much fun getting clean. Soon, everyone was having fun, and the line at the dunk tank grew even longer than the line for the pancakes. Later, the mayor came by. "I've heard all about your delicious pancakes," he said. "You've made our fundraiser a big success, and I have a special favor to ask you." Look, looks like he's swimming right now, doesn't it? Let's see what the mayor wants him to do. At the end of the day, George got to present the money from the fundraiser to the president of the hospital. "Thank you, George. This has been our best year yet," she said. "Will you come back and make pancakes again next year?" George nodded, and everyone clapped. Everybody was happy. He did a pretty good job, huh? That's a good story. All right.